Luke was my wild child. He was hilarious. He was always getting into some kind of mischief. Luke was diagnosed in 2nd grade with ADHD. They said, yes, he's got, ADHD, but do you also realize that his anxiety's through the roof? We never saw it. We didn't think it was a big deal, really. He seemed fine up until probably his late teens, and then he just started getting worse. He'd start self-medicating and getting in trouble. His first suicide attempt put him in probation. He'd gotten out and was gonna go to a sober living house. He was excited. Luke texted me at 5:15 in the morning. He said, I'm gonna go and give this my best shot. He said, I'm gonna learn to love myself again. And so I didn't wake him up till 2, but now it was too late. And then you have regrets for like the rest of your life. Mental illness is, it's the whole family.
I would put blankets outside and food outside just to make sure he was okay. And I think I wanted to be like a distraction. I wanted to be the person to like kind of be normal. It was a lot, especially for being the age that I was. I was mainly just focused on helping Luke and just making sure that like he would live another day and like come home safe.
To not find answers when you have a child that you think you're losing is terrifying. I wanted him to get better, and then he didn't get better. He never got better. But there's not much out there to get him better.
The mission of the Foundation of Hope is to invest in research that is transformative and ultimately changes the way we treat people with mental illness to change their lives in an enormously positive direction. There is an unprecedented mental health crisis for our kids and adolescents. Since 2000, suicide rates in kids aged 10 to 20 has risen 57%. This is just staggering, and it is causing us to see enormous suffering. I could not be more delighted and grateful to the Foundation of Hope for helping to recruit Dr. Danielle Rubinov with their investment. She is a brilliant, enormously talented and productive clinician scientist and clinical psychologist, and I know is going to do incredible things leading the CHAAMP program.
The Child and Adolescent Mood and Anxiety Disorders program will become a state-of-the-art, world-class clinical research program dedicated towards understanding and treating child and adolescent mood and anxiety disorders. Research tells us now that about 1 in 4 children are experiencing clinically elevated rates of depressive symptoms. 1 in 5 children are experiencing clinically elevated rates of anxiety symptoms. And there has never been a more important time to conduct research and develop clinical programs to help meet the needs of these children and families. Our first goal of CHAAMP is to develop cutting-edge research programs. That means we'll have a better understanding of what causes and what the consequences are of child and adolescent mood and anxiety disorders. Our second goal is to create really effective, long-lasting, and robust prevention and intervention programs. And this is where we really move the needle, actually reducing symptoms among children and families who are suffering with these symptoms. And our third goal is to train the next generation of clinician scientists to conduct basic and translational research in child and adolescent mood and anxiety disorders to really shape the future of research in this area. Moving into the future, we want to study child and adolescent mental health problems across the full range of development. And that means bringing in brilliant minds who study middle childhood, adolescence, and emerging adulthood, so the full range, the full developmental continuum.
Luke was gonna be great. If we could have just made it through this little hump. We grieve a lot over his future, things you're not gonna get. He would have been the best dad, he would have been the best uncle, he would have been the cool uncle.
Given the crisis we face, one of the things that is sustaining is seeing the CHAAMP program come to life. With the recruitment of Dr. Rubinov, with the investment of the Foundation of Hope, the future is looking much brighter. And nothing feels better than to know we are starting on a path that will lead to real change. That is personally very gratifying, and I think is going to be highly impactful. We have no doubt that the CHAAMP program is going to make a huge difference in North Carolina, but we need your help. Join us as we provide more hope than ever before for families struggling with mental illness.